taken objective butter.
Fuck man, I sent that guy into the stratosphere there using the old tank gewehr. And yeah, that gun is so powerful and so fun to use. But how you guys doing? My name is Big Mooney, and today we're going to be doing a little commentary for a change. I've not done one of these in a while. Talking about the Battlefield 1 open beta that closed last week. I never did a proper commentary discussing my thoughts about the open beta so far and how the game is coming along, and addressing a few of the things that you guys have been saying in the comment sections of some of the live commentaries and other people's videos and stuff like that. Any concerns anyone had about this beta. So I want you guys actually to take a second before I even get into anything to leave a comment down below and tell me just in a couple of sentences what your thoughts were about the open beta. Did you enjoy it, or did you hate it, or whatever? Just leave a comment down below and let me know what your thoughts were about this open beta. Alright, with that out of the way, let's get into it. So I've obviously already played the alpha version of this game as well, which was on a completely different map from Sinai Desert. This was the setting this time around, and I've got to say the map this time around wasn't anywhere near as engaging or as fun to play on as St. Quentin Scar was back in the closed alpha. I just felt that there was way too much open space. There was just too many areas in the map where if you didn't have a vehicle, you pretty much just got left in the middle of nowhere, and if someone came along with a tank or a horse or just a car or anything, you would just get wiped out, or you would just get sniped. That's just how it usually went. If you get left behind, you ended up dead before you even had a chance to get anywhere near any of the action. That really wasn't much of a problem back on St. Quentin Scar, simply down to the fact that you're based around a small village and all the flags were in pretty close proximity to each other. On this map in particular, it seems that both sides have two flags that are pretty much gimmies that you can just go and take at any point, and taking complete control of them for large periods of the game really isn't that difficult, and really the whole battle is about all of these flags in the center of the map. And then you just have that one flag, I think it's the E flag off the top of my head, that's just in the middle of the desert, and it's literally miles away. And if you go all the way out to go to that thing, you're pretty much just wasting time. You're better off just respawning after you capture the flag, because it takes so fucking long to get back to the town again. It just seems that it's just too far away, and there's not really enough transport out there from taking the flag itself. It doesn't spawn enough vehicles, even, I don't know, horses or anything. It just needs a bit more vehicles on it, just to make it a bit more viable to go out all the way out there and capture it. Personally, I think they should move it a little bit closer, and they should put something, maybe trenches or whatever, just some sort of cover in between that flag and everything else on the main sort of core of the map, because it seems pointless going all the way out there. As for the rest of the map, all the way in the center of things, it's okay. It does its job. It seems like, again, there's a lot of really open spaces and a lot of little choke points, especially when it comes to rush mode. Now that's the main thing I want to touch on as you're watching this footage just here. So, a little bit of background on what's going on. I joined the game, my team was getting shit on. We were just getting completely destroyed, losing every flag after a couple of minutes, until we moved on to this flag here, and or onto this base rather, and I spawned into the heavy tank. And literally all I had to do was plant this heavy tank right exactly where you can see me right now, watch over that choke point, and let the rest of my team watch over the right hand side, and then the other team just couldn't do anything. They couldn't get anywhere near us. They armed the MCOM station, they only the B MCOM station a couple of times, but they didn't really challenge us. They just couldn't get close enough or get a foothold over near the MCOM station, or whatever the hell they call it these days, and then we just completely crapped on them. As soon as I was in this tank, we just dominated, and it just needs to be kind of looked at, the way that they structure these rush game modes, because the tanks are just, there's too many of them, and they just seem a bit too easy to lock down choke points. And once again, they need to stop with the choke points. There's way too many. You need some more variation between the different bases. You need some cover. and you need to stop just making it into choke points and just shooting into the fucking choke points from the defensive position. And I know a lot of what World War I is rushing against really impenetrable defenses, but it doesn't really make for a very fun game. And as you can see here, it was just too easy. I was only in the game for about 5 to 10 minutes and easily came top score. My team were getting crapped on before that point. Conquest mode was where I spent most of my time. Conquest mode was fun, but like I said earlier on, the map could do with a couple of tweaks here and there, but we are so close to release now, I'd be very, very surprised if they changed very much with the map up to release. Alright, one final thing I want to touch on at the end of this video just here is a lot of people were voicing their concerns when it comes to these special classes that you find dotted around the map, coming between the flamethrower, the tank gewehr, anti-tank rifle, and the heavy machine gun, especially the heavy machine gun because you get armor plating and more health and stuff like that. The main thing I saw people saying about these things wasn't that there was anything wrong with them inherently, it's just that they were comparing them to Star Wars Battlefront, because Star Wars Battlefront of course had the hero system. You would end up playing as Boba Fett or Luke Skywalker or Darth Vader or something, and you could go on crazy kill streaks of like 30 and 40 people and stuff, and it just wasn't a level playing field. My personal opinion on these is that I think they're okay. They're not too overpowered, they are powerful. The flamethrower up close completely obliterates everything, as does the heavy machine gun. The anti-tank rifle does its job, it's not too overpowered, and if the tank does see you, chances are you're going to get crapped on as soon as he realizes where the fire is coming from. The big upside to using that over, say, a rocket launcher or another tank or an artillery gun or anything like that, is that when you fire one of those at a tank, it's so obvious where the fire is coming from. But if you're using an anti-tank rifle, then it's kind of easier to hide and just do little bits of damage when the guy is not paying attention, and you might be able to surprise someone and take down their tank. But there are downsides to using these. For example, the heavy machine gun has no range. You really can't take people on at a distance. You would need to do 1 and 2 shot burst firing, and again, as soon as they see where it's coming from, you just need to take cover, focus your fire on them, and if you get a few shots in, he'll go down pretty quickly if they're out in the open, which you kind of have to be in order to use the thing effectively. Same goes for the flamethrower, and the anti-tank, it kills in 1 shot, so you better fucking watch out for guys running around with those anti-tank rifles. But you don't get a scope with the anti-tank rifle, so there is that drawback. So I wouldn't see them as a one-to-one comparison with the hero system of Star Wars Battlefront. The positioning of some of these classes isn't as flashy, it's not a big huge icon, and people don't tend to wait around by the spawn for them, so I've not really seen a problem so far with the way that they've been implemented into the game. But I want you guys, again, leave your comments down below, tell me your thoughts in a couple of sentences about this open beta. Did you guys enjoy it, or has it completely put you off ever buying Battlefield ever again, or anything like that? Just let me know in the comments down below. Until next time, I've been Big Mooney, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.